Well, we got a lot of things to get into today, Keith. Now we don't want to miss the opportunity of really rolling right through these for our guest. And by the way, again, let's mention this, that if you are just now joining us, you can catch us on partscounterguru.com. Make sure you hit the podcast links, which you can hit us over on Spotify, Apple, Google, whatever. Man, we're on just about every platform. TuneIn, Stitcher, we're there. You can also catch some of these video segments over on youtube.com/Parts Counter Gurus. Make sure you follow us on our social media platforms, which is facebook.com/Parts Counter Gurus. We're on Twitter, and our handle there is @TheCounterShow. We're also on Instagram, and that is instagram.com, the Parts Counter Gurus.
So, speaking of social media, one thing that we've really not gotten into as a team, as Parts Counter Gurus, is TikTok. Right. And the day may come. Jay and I haven't really had a lot of heartfelt conversations about that. I kind of feel like right now it's more for teenagers, but we'll see.
It is, but there's some things coming with Instagram and YouTube
doing some things to
they're
compete.
doing some dabbling. Yeah, so we'll see.
And social media is kind of a double-edged sword, and I have this conversation, professionally with a lot of people that are like, well, we need to, start a social media platform. And I was talking to some guy last week, and he goes, what do you do? And I kind of went into it, and he goes, so not just YouTube? And I went, no, it's a lot more than that. Like, Jay's pretty busy out there on a lot of those platforms. But social media can sometimes be used in the wrong way. I mean, there's been plenty of, leaks out there on Facebook and spying and privacy violations and misuse and blah, 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 and on and on. And then you get into, kind of these challenges that you see on TikTok, and
like the Tide Pod challenge, or there's the ones where the kids are going into schools and ripping school bathrooms apart.
There was a hearing in front of Congress a few weeks back where a former Facebook employee basically came out and said, yeah, we know that the algorithms that we're using continue to basically put, I'm paraphrasing here, but things to amp you up, right? A lot of it's negative, right? A lot of it's it's just doom scrolling. So this is one that came across our radar about a week ago, and I'm gonna just go ahead and tell you right now, it's probably not real from where I see it, but it's something that potentially you could see on TikTok. It's called the Lug Nut Challenge.
And I think I have my theory behind it. And go ahead, Keith. You can go ahead and let people know what this thing is.
I'll just give them a quick overview, and then I definitely want to hear your theory. So basically, you have a scenario where some cars have come into service shops with loose lug nuts or lug nuts missing, and conclusions are quickly made. Oh, well, this must be some sort of TikTok lug nut challenge, right? So basically suggesting that people are taking lug nuts off or loose as part of a TikTok challenge to drive around, which I feel like if that's true, and I don't think it is, please do something that if you're gonna do something risky, do something that doesn't put other people's lives at risk, just your own.
Yeah, go shove a banana up a tailpipe, man, or something like that.
Or the bridge balance beam challenge or whatever, right? But not something where a wheel flies off your car in the interstate and I'm in my, 27,000-pound RV that can't stop in 5 feet at 50 miles an hour when your car gets sideways in front of me.
Well, the fact is this. is that, and you said it, we're not so certain that this is a real challenge. However, my theory on this is that it could be an attempt for it
Somebody's
to become one. Somebody trying to get this to trend. But TikTok and a lot of other of these social media platforms have put in algorithms in place to kind of monitor specific words. So like hashtag this, hashtag that. If they see those, then they'll quickly shut that down, and they can reduce that the number of people that actually see that thing. So at least we have that right now. But this is an extremely malicious and dangerous little game here, and people don't need to not take this seriously, even though we don't think it's actually a challenge going on. There have been some recent incidents that might just be more coincidental because they're not real sure if they can prove that happened because people were working on the car.
Where she was like, I had a family member work on it recently. I read that one. You probably did too, and I went, okay, yeah, that's.
Well, let me just say this too, and that's right. And those are oversights sometimes where people just got sidetracked and they forgot to super tighten them or torque them down to where they needed to be. I back in my day of working in a garage, pulling tires off and putting them back on, you had your steps in place that made sure that you torque those things down properly, and the torque sticks on our gear, our air ratchets and stuff, and those things are for the average everyday person to have an incident happen after you've been into a shop is so extremely rare, but it does happen, and I have witnessed it to where a car almost rolled over because of it after leaving a shop where someone just simply forgot to tighten the lug nuts, and it's no fun.
Don't do it on purpose. It is no joke.
No. This is a dangerous situation, and I think that Keith and I kind of wanted to bring this up because, again, of the other TikTok challenges and challenges out there that have been successful, that are malicious, that's not good. The Tide Pods, again, that was one that's, holy cow, man, what are you thinking? Eating Tide Pods. Holy cow, what's up with that? Anyway, this is a challenge that you need to keep your eyes open just in case. I would not let it go. We're just kind of giving you a little heads up on what's kind of floating around on social media a little bit. Whether it's true or not, we can't confirm that, nor can the source. And they say that. So you got anything else to add to that? I mean, I don't know what else to say other than it's idiotic. It's stupid. Just don't do it. You're putting somebody else's lives at risk, and next thing you know, you could be in prison for involuntary.
Here's what let's leave it up to the fans, right? Like, leave us a comment, let us know what you think. Yeah,
drop us a comment. Yeah, absolutely, do that.
Love to hear from you guys.